Do you want a new set of armour that's affordable, arrives super fast from Europe, and also supports Ukrainian armourers at the same time? Then use code MOLLY at medievalextreme.com for free express shipping.
And Mr. Buckle and I were kind of talking about this move. If you don't get it clean, but you're a smart team member and you fight well with your pair, with your two guys, and we have a philosophy with the guys that we've trained with a lot, is that if you're, the 2-on-2 or that 2-person team is the core of the Buhurt team. And I think the Warlords are the same way, right? The Warlords are the same way. At Cerberus, we kind of share that mindset of the 2-person team is the core, right? And we can talk about the 3rd person later, but if you're doing this move, and I'll use Joe to help me out here, and Buckle will be the
aggressor.
Yeah, come right here, bud. Yeah. So I'm doing this move, right? And I got here, right? And I drive and I come here, right? If I am having a little bit of trouble or whatever, right? And Buckle starts to turn one direction or the other. He starts to turn this way, and I keep applying that pressure. He's showing his back somewhere, right? Boom, and I release.
Yeah.
Right?
And when he releases, whoever I was covering for him,
He needs to go in.
he goes.
Yeah. So the point is a lot of times the defense on this is to turn your hip away, right? That to get a side of your hip onto the rail. Well, when I have a side of my hip on the rail, I have my back to something that's not the list, right? And so that is part of the special sauce on this move is you pin him in, I pin him in, and that's why I like this inside trip. I go to this inside trip, and he doesn't like it, and he immediately backs his hip out, right? Then my partner is hopefully recognizing that back is going to be there. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll talk about that a lot more tomorrow, but I just want you to know that this simple inside trip, this simple pressure outside trip leads into a lot of partner related stuff to help out with those micro 2-on-1s. All right. Does everybody feel comfortable with that trip? The key is again, reaping towards the center of the list, like Brett said, and then using that knee to pin that leg up, right? And then locking it in place, and then keeping a nice big old chunk of butt grabbed, right? Because that way it keeps that hand locked down, right? That's really important. Okay, so now let's talk about doing a double leg, which here's, again, this is one of those things where with a rail, a double leg was non-existent. Now with the tabletop, a double leg is something that is very, very, very viable, right? And people tend to walk into it. And we set up the double leg with that inside trip attempt, right? So that inside trip gives them this squatty position on the rail like this. That inside, because you reap that leg and then they plant it out like this. Now they're in this squat. This squat is double leg central. Now I like the 30-inch axe because doing the double leg with this means I just shoot that axe through and I grab and I hug my elbows to my hips, right? Super easy. Can we put a helmet on you real fast? Because if your head, I don't want your head to hit this. The other day it was just like, wow, I never thought, and then even the Aussies were like, never thought you could double leg. Right, here's some rules for H&B or in general ACW, whatever, is if your weapon goes behind their knees, guess what? You're DQ'd, right? You're done. You're out of the match, right? So it's really important that you find their butt cheek, right? And you go right at the bottom of their butt cheek. You got to get real fresh with them, right? The other thing on a double leg, it's really important to understand that space is their friend and your enemy, right? So you need to have their hips pulled in tight into your gut, right? For a double leg to work properly. And then you just step back and use your head as a lever. Real simple. They can grab your head all they want, right? So I'm in here, right? I have I get that trip, I'm grabbing that butt cheek, right? And I try this inside trip and they get deep and squatty. This is great. This hand is gonna shoot through. I'm gonna grab my ass right on grab on their butt cheek. And all I'm gonna do is hug my elbows to my hips and drive my head, right? And I can pick him up real easy, right? You can see you're gonna go down, right? I'm not trying to put him down right now.
Right.
But does this make sense? Yeah. So again, from here, right, starting position, right, we've got this lock, right? I drive my head, I come here, grabbing that butt cheek, right? I can try this single leg, it doesn't work. He plants his foot. As soon as he plants his foot, right, I'm dropping, I'm keeping my head up, I'm grabbing through right at his butt cheek, hugging my elbows to my hips, and stepping back. They got nowhere to go. Nowhere.
So question, as long as it rides that tailbone area,
Yeah, you're fine.
then you gooch.
You're gooch. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta goose them, right? Here's the thing, is if you're getting loosey-goosey, here's the big failure on a double leg. The big failure is this,
Yep.
right? This is a huge failure. You're gonna get DQ'd, right? They're gonna say you grab, like, you know, like you're also, like you're just messing with a whole lot of bad stuff in terms of like the rules of the game and how it goes. The other thing too is typically, why do your hands drop like that? Think about it. Why are your hands dropping like that?
You have too much space.
And where is my head?
No.
Yeah, my head's not where it should be. I'm not up. And then what am I allowing to happen? Lots of space, right? Space is your enemy. It's his friend, right? So you don't want space. Again, last time, I'm here, right? I got this lock, right? I drive my head through, boom, I'm this position, right? I can try this single leg just to create that a little bit of squat. And as soon as I get that squat, you see my head stays up, this comes through right on that butt cheek, right? And I suck it in tight and I step back. And if he grabs my head like this, I just drop my head. And then they fall down, and then they have to let go at some point.
Do you like to turn as soon as you lock into, like
Yeah,
pulling
yes.
off the rail a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting on your axe or on your weapon,
Yeah,
essentially.
right now I'm being real, like I'm trying
Yeah.
to be real gentle with
Yeah.
it. But to Johnny's point, right, when I get here and I have this, right, all I really have to do is suck and then turn my head, right, and drop, right?
Beautiful.
So
Yeah, clean.
it is stupid simple, and it is massively effective, right? Even Dinky almost got it on me the other day. Could have let his arms get straight. Yeah,
More head, more
Yeah.
cowbell.
yeah, more
A
cowbell.
lot of legs to pull on there, you know. Yeah.
So
It's the lack of your beautiful
here's the weak point.
Oh,
The
he
weak
couldn't
point,
grab
like,
it.
so Buckle's coming on me to do this move, right?
Heyo.
Right, yeah. So he's coming on me to do this move. The weak point is me being able to drive this head down,
Stuff the head.
right? This is the weak point. What did I tell you about what you should look at?
Sky.
Look at the sky. Look at the fucking sky the whole time. Do not look down. Don't look at his feet. You know where his butt is, you can feel it. Just use your feelers, right?
There
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
There it is.
Perfect, yeah. So that's the big failure point, is dropping your head. You drop your head, you're fucking donezo.
Any wrestling shot.
Yeah.
You will go where you look.
Yep. Look at the sky. All right, put a Simon strap on and have your helmet like this. So fight looking down your nose. I don't care.
Is this good? Is this good?
All right. Is that, anybody got questions on that?
So is
No.
there a chance for them to hold on to you? Like, when you were taking them back, is there any, so, no, you answered that right. So, never
Yeah, they'll hold up, they'll try to grab your head and you just drop your head and then they hit the ground and then they slough off like a
Yeah, if a
old
dude's
skin.
monkeyed on, you just like hang there for like 1 second. Most people aren't gonna last very long.
They got about 100 pounds of armor on. I think they're going to let go.
That deep head drop that he's doing is essentially how I get people off of me every throw that I do. Like, just drop your head so that it's below your ass, essentially, and they're gonna come off, or they're gonna be on the ground and you're still standing and they have to let go.
It's also how I clear my head when somebody has my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So put your helmets on when to practice.
She had a
this.
question.
Yep. Go ahead.
Is there a way to adapt this for bladed weapons? you can't
Sure. Yeah.
really grab?
Absolutely. So what I would say for a bladed weapon is you use your pommel, right? You can't. If it's IMCF, it doesn't matter. You can grab your blade, right? But if you have a bladed weapon, right? So this hand is down here, and I'm grabbing butt cheek, right? So I got butt cheek. This hand, if this is a bladed weapon, right? I'm taking my pommel right? And I'm using my pommel to hook. Yeah.
There it is.
It's not nearly as strong.
It's on the other ass cheek, yeah?
Yeah. The other thing that you can do is you can actually reach, if you're able, you can switch, and then you use your wrist, the knuckle of your wrist, to really pull in that butt cheek.
Depending
I
on
never
what shield
fight
you're
with a
using,
bladed weapon, so.
like you can grab the edge of your shield sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like I've done that, but it's not as strong. It depends. You know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
If you got a long punch shield with the tip that extends out this much, you can hook that.
That's interesting.
Also doesn't completely help, but keep in mind that you can grab your weapon in pro fights now.
Yeah.
So it's still a pro fight.
You can grab bladed weapons and pro fights.
You can grab your like,
Yeah.
We're one step closer to murder weapon.
All right. So go ahead and practice that.
Do you like the look of our team's custom activewear? Are you in need of some of your own for martial arts and fitness training? Then look no further than xmartial.com. Stand out from the crowd with your own badass design. X Martial offer high quality rash guards, spats, training shorts and more, perfect for wearing underneath your sword fighting protective gear. Featuring highly durable and flexible materials, offering full range of motion while keeping form-fitting and highlighting your well-earned gains. There are dozens of amazing designs already on offer on their website. Check them out for yourself using the link in the description and use our code STEELWOLF for 10% off your next order at xmartial.com.